Hello.
How loud was that?
Pretty loud. I'm used to it by now.
Let's fucking go! I'm fucking happy right
Uh,
now.
yeah, I am too.
So we just got done watching WWE Money in the Bank 2023. My God, what a show this was! Jesus Christ, man! It was only 3.5 hours long. It wasn't as long as I thought. It really didn't feel like. Usually these pay-per-views feel like they're like an all-day thing, but this really didn't feel like it. It's only fucking. It started at 3, and it ended at 6:30. So it really wasn't that. It started at 3 because they were in London, but it wasn't that long actually. Um,
Yeah,
but from just overall start to finish, this is a very good show. Had a very good time watching it. Shouts out to Miguel and Tyrese. We watched it with them.
yeah.
Um, but yeah. So let me go to my notes here. We're gonna get into everything that happened on this show. Um, so it started off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was Butch versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus Santos Escobar versus Damian Priest versus Ricochet versus LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Um, so right off the bat, everybody was booing the hell out of Logan Paul. They were chanting "Fuck you, Logan" every time he did something. LA
Yeah.
Knight was the most over fucking person on this show. Um, which we'll get to the result of this match in a minute. But uh, I don't know what the fuck Santos Escobar was wearing. He looked like fucking Sly Cooper with this face paint that he had. I don't know.
Yeah, we kept comparing them to fucking raccoons.
Yeah, I don't know what his thought process was with that, but I don't know.
I mean, you never know. Maybe he was trying to go for a trash panda kind of look.
Maybe I don't fucking know. But um, so the match itself, it was pretty good. It ended quicker than I thought it was going to, but notable spots in the match. There was one where Damian Priest was on a ladder that was set up between the ring and the stairs, and Logan did a frog splash onto him. Another spot, fucking. I'm trying to remember what did LA Knight do, because he did a move off the ladder, but I forget what it was.
LA Knight, he did a back body drop.
Yeah. And fucking probably the craziest spot of the match was LA Knight tipped over the ladder that had Logan and Ricochet on it, and they landed like feet first on the top rope, and you could tell it was supposed to be like where they land and then do the shooting star press, but when they landed,
Ah.
Logan's feet got like twisted in the rope, and so they were like off balance, and then Ricochet just went and did the Spanish fly, and it looked like they weren't in the position they needed to be in. So they did this Spanish fly to the outside through 2 tables, and Logan almost landed on his neck, but thankfully he tucked his neck in time. But that could have been a very, very, very bad situation. Thankfully it wasn't. Um,
Yeah.
oh, excuse me. Fucking fucking Shinsuke Nakamura was in this match, and all they did was kept bringing up the fact that Lil Uzi Vert made a fucking rap to Shinsuke Nakamura's theme song on his new album.
What should I play some of that?
If you want to. Yeah, that's fucking Nakamura by Lil Uzi Vert.
I don't know if that's trash or not. I really don't.
I don't know what made him decide to do that, but
I don't know. He also ruined Chop Suey. Did you
yeah,
hear his cover of Chop Suey?
no, I haven't. Is it bad?
It's bad. I saw on Twitter. I'll just play the clip that I saw of it on Twitter because it's not that long. But it actually made me want to cry. Let me fucking and fucking the whole like the new Metal Hall of Fame had the gall to fucking tweet it too.
Oh, oh, that's bad, bro. Why did he do this?
It's just called CS.
Why? Apparently, people are saying that fucking Lil Uzi Vert is gonna be the host of WrestleMania next year as well, and I'm just like, why, man? He was already at WrestleMania this year.
You know, he's dating one of the D'Amelias.
I didn't.
I think he's dating the oldest one.
Jesus Christ, man.
He was at the Kids' Choice Awards with her. It's fucking cursed.
No. Well, fucking. To get back to the match, there was one spot, I'm trying to remember who did it, where I think it was Ricochet was on the ladder, and I want to say it was Shinsuke that, like, grabbed him and did a German suplex off the ladder, I think.
Yep. hmm
Um, fucking, there was one spot where Butch, climbed one of the big ladders, and he, like, did a moonsault onto everyone on some Shelton Benjamin shit.
There was a spot where Logan put Damian Priest on the ladder and did this fucking frog splash, but he hit him so hard that he ricocheted so hard on the ground. And
Yeah.
then we found out that KSI was in the front row. We found this out later on. He was in the front row and he threw a prime bottle at him.
Yeah. Logan got a pretty, I think it was like on his shoulder, he got a pretty nasty cut from the table.
Yeah.
But, so the crowd was so behind LA Knight, and, but he didn't end up winning, unfortunately, because it came down to LA Knight and Damian Priest, and Damian Priest threw LA Knight off the ladder, grabbed the briefcase, and Damian Priest is Mr. Money in the Bank, or as he started calling himself, Senior Money in the Bank. And safe to say, going on Twitter after that, everybody was fucking pissed. Everybody's saying the same thing though. Like, everybody's like, oh, well, I'm pissed that LA Knight didn't win, but I'm not mad that Damian Priest won. That's pretty much, everybody has the same thought process about it.
If
Um,
Logan would have won that, it would have been a shitstorm. Like, it would have been
yeah.
a fucking shitstorm.
Like, legitimately, every time Logan did something, the crowd was like, fuck you, Logan. Fuck you, Logan. Like, they hated Logan.
Yeah.
A couple wrestlers on this show had, like, UK theme gear. Like, Butch was one of them. He had a really cool red, white, and blue looking gear. Um, but that was the first match. It was pretty good. Pretty good for a Money in the Bank match. It was a nice, hot way to kick off the show. Um, and Damian Priest is Mr. Money in the Bank, so we'll see him later on this show, as well as fucking talk about who he's possibly going to cash in on. But then we get to the match Austin was the most excited for. We
Okay,
have...
no.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Let me just, if it's the tag team match, let me just talk about this match,
Yeah,
right?
it's the women's tag title match. Ronda and Shayna defended against Liv Morgan and Raquel.
Now, first we're gonna talk about the negatives, because there was a lot of negatives.
Bro,
Ronda Rousey.
they showed a whole ass Ronda Rousey career promo before this. I don't know why.
It made me want to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge. Um, but nonetheless, fucking they showed that fucking promo, and then here comes Ronda and Shayna, and they're not even matching with gear. They're not even
Yeah.
matching with gear. And then another negative was just like Ronda sucks at wrestling so bad. She sucks so fucking bad. She's the worst. She's actually the worst.
Or she was just doing
Now,
like these throws that made no sense. Like every time she'd
yeah,
get in the
she
ring,
was
she'd just
just.
start doing shit, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
It looked like she did not know how to wrestle, which she doesn't, because she doesn't, because she was only trained by Natalia of all people.
Yeah.
How could you be good by being trained by Natalia? You couldn't get Brian Kendrick with his conspiracy theory ass.
Well, I don't
Like
know, because Brian Kendrick's the one that trained Eva Marie, so I don't
Eva
know.
Marie is untrainable. Okay, she didn't
Well,
care about wrestling, man.
well, Eva Marie still thinks that she's gonna come back to WWE again, Austin, because she keeps talking about it.
Eva Marie has the brain of a fucking fish. All right,
Oh
so.
my god. We saw fish on this show, don't you worry.
Oh, I know, but fucking, she was probably, that was probably what she was talking about with making her return. That was probably what she was. She was probably one of those fish.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
but nonetheless, let's talk about the positives now, because we don't have to talk about Ronda this whole fucking match, alright? What we can talk about is Liv Morgan's gear. Because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, her gear was themed with the UK flag or the London flag, whatever the fuck.
I would commute to England just for that.
Oh my god.
Um, but nonetheless, fucking, this match was not great until the saving grace of the match. Shayna tags in Ronda, and then we're like, oh no, we're gonna get Ronda again. And
Yep.
Shayna blindsides Ronda. Thank you, Shayna. Fucking thank you, for fuck's sake. Finally. No, nobody likes you, Ronda. Now
Yeah.
nobody officially likes you. You waste of fucking semen. You failed abortion.
I
Fuck
put in
you.
my notes here. I said Shayna turned on Ronda, and after that I put Austin screamed and bursted my fucking eardrums. Because he screamed so loud, bro.
Shayna is the fucking goat. Now Shayna, break her arms, her legs, everything. Do everything.
The only time the match was decent was when fucking Shayna was the one on the team wrestling, because she actually knows how to wrestle, and like Liv and Shayna work pretty well together. And Raquel, I don't know when it comes to Raquel. I was telling Austin and them, my opinion is that like Raquel is good. It's just I don't think she's working as a babyface because she's so bland. Like all she does is just smile and like flex her muscles, and it's like okay, but like you don't do like shit else but that, and like they don't even build her up as like a fucking powerhouse. Like they made her out to be an NXT. Like I don't
Remember when they
know.
called her Big Mommy Cool?
Yeah, she's supposed to be like the female Kevin Nash or whatever, but now
Which
she's
really,
fucking I don't know.
which really, if they could turn her heel, you know what they could do?
Hmm.
We could have the new Natural Born Thrillers, and we could have a
Oh.
whole a women's version of the Natural Born Thrillers. Just imagine it.
I mean, if it's a whole team of women's wrestlers wearing fucking skinny jeans and having their fucking shirts off, I'm down for that.
Yeah,
Honestly, I didn't think you were going to say Natural Born Thrillers. For some reason, I thought you were going to go even more curse and say she could be the fucking female version of Oz.
that too. That too. That would give her character.
uh, uh,
You can call her Oswald.
Maybe they can fucking dress her up as Super Shredder.
Oh my god. Oh, does Psycho Sid have a kid?
I have no idea.
They could, if he has a kid, they could team her up with him or her, and they could make them the twins,
The Jacob girls.
Jacob girls.
Oh god. No one's gonna get these references unless they fucking seen all these horrible fucking gimmicks and movies that we've watched. Is the thing. But
Oh, I don't care.
but yeah, fucking so after Shayna turned on Ronda, fucking she just walked out and then fucking Liv hit the Oblivion on Ronda and then 1, 2, 3 Liv Morgan and Raquel are now two-time women's tag team champions, and that was pretty much that. And fucking Ronda was sitting there saying, "Oh, why Shayna? Why?" And fucking it's because you're trash. That's why. Like, fucking, even Liv Morgan herself said that, like, she used to be friends with Ronda, but she ain't anymore because she can't stand her, and no one else can stand her, and then Ronda doesn't have any friends, and it's fucking her own goddamn fault. So, stupid, man. Fucking, thank God she's not. You know, the only reason that Ronda and Shayna even had those titles is because of Ronda Rousey. Do you know that?
Yep.
Because not only did Ronda Rousey demand to be on WrestleMania, she demanded to win at WrestleMania, and then she demanded to win the tag team titles with Shayna. So that's the only reason that all of this even happened, was because Ronda got what she wanted. And now Shayna turned. I'm assuming that's going to lead to a Shayna versus Ronda rivalry then, probably.
I don't care as long as Shayna wins the rivalry.
Well,
If
you know she's
fucking
not going
Ronda
to.
wins, no, if Ronda wins any of those fucking matches, we're gonna have some fucking talks with fucking Triple H, man.
Oh my god.
Because no, she is the female Hulk Hogan
Oh
with
no.
her fucking politicking. No, because Ronda politics every fucking match that she fucking has. I swear to God, I'm just not even gonna. I'm not even gonna.
This man has went on many a Ronda Rousey rant before, so we know how this goes.
I'm not
But
even gonna fucking. This is a good day for Ronda Rousey haters, alright? This is a
yeah.
fucking good day. I'm not gonna fucking ruin it.
I mean, you know, another thing about it, she is kind of like the female Hulk Hogan. Like, but at least Hulk Hogan knew how to wrestle, but still, fucking, he said, he said that's the that's the reason that this company is in the damn shape that it's in, because of bullshit like this.
Jesus.
He said Vince Russo said Hulk Hogan used his creative control card. I'll stop.
Jesus Christ.
But after that, my fucking Twitter timeline has just been nothing but pictures and videos of Liv Morgan's ass. Like, even after the other women's match happened, like, it was still just nothing but Liv Morgan. Um, but after that, we got the Intercontinental Championship match. Was Gunther defending against Matt Riddle. Um, Matt Riddle had a injured foot, I guess, because he was wearing like a Umaga foot slab thing, a foot tape thing, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Um, this man came out with his hair braided like the fucking Wendy's chick, and he was wearing like these tiny little trunks. I don't know why his trunks keep getting smaller and smaller, bro.
I don't know. I swear they're gonna turn him into a stripper.
Yeah.
Don't let
But
them go on to Las Vegas again. They'll make him a Chippendale.
so um fucking Gunther came out looking fucking badass. I should also say there was two people in the crowd. One was dressed up in a complete like Gold Dust cosplay, face paint and all, And then the guy next to him was in a Cody Rhodes cosplay with like the suit and everything. I don't know why. And then there was this like one guy that was like by the front row that was dressed up like a fucking Zelda character or something. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
There
weird.
was also this fucking fat guy in yellow who kept doing the lucha dance.
Yeah.
Specifically out Santos Escobar. So he was kind of racist still.
And don't forget the most important one of them all, green shirt guy was front row, front and center in front of
Because,
the hard
you
cam.
know, we need to start getting a PNG of green shirt guy so we can just put him. Since he's all in all these shows, you might as well just put him in the thumbnails too.
Yeah.
Might as well. And he
My
can be front
man
row too.
my man is front row at every single pay-per-view. My man flew to goddamn London for this shit.
You know he's gonna do the same thing for All In London.
Yeah. Oh yeah, doesn't he go to AEW shows as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He's the same man that say he's been to like every WrestleMania front row since like the 80s. So he's been doing this shit for a long time, bro. But so the Gunther and Riddle match, it was good. It was kind of short, but Gunther pretty much dominated. Riddle got a few moves in there, but Gunther was pretty much just slapping him up. Pretty much is just meat getting clapped in this match because Gunther was.
Oh, that sounded sus.
That's
Pause.
what it was, man. Fucking. I remember fucking at Mania when they had the triple threat, people said, "Oh, this match is just big meaty men slapping meat." So, but yeah, Riddle got dominated pretty much this whole match. Then Gunther made him tap out with a submission and retain the title. Gunther continues to look like a fucking badass. And then Gunther was celebrating, and all of a sudden we hear a sword, and here comes Drew McIntyre, who is this the first time he's been back since Mania?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't
So,
seen him since.
yeah, so Drew McIntyre is back. He got a huge pop from the crowd. So Drew came out, got face to face with Gunther, and fucking they started fighting, and Drew hits him with a claymore, and fucking Drew McIntyre holds up the Intercontinental Championship. So I'm assuming we're gonna get Gunther versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental Championship, which that should be a good match because I don't think they've had a
Yeah.
one-on-one match yet.
No.
But yeah, that was very good. It wasn't the only return of this show though. Up next, we got Dominic Mysterio with Rhea Ripley versus Cody Rhodes. Uh, for some reason, people were saying this match was going to be the main event. I don't know why, because this was like the
I
halfway
mean,
point through the show.
people were also saying that fucking it was gonna be the main event and like Domo Sapiens Rise
Yeah.
and bro, I kept seeing that on my timeline last night and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. Fucking
Are you a Domo Sapien, Devon?
no. I'm an Homo sapien, but I don't know where the fuck Omos is. I haven't seen him since Backlash.
I don't know. I miss Omos.
But he's a free agent, so he can go anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
But
Imagine fucking Omos comes back and then Wade Barrett just bull hammers him.
oh yeah, fucking Michael Cole and Wade Barrett were the commentators for this show.
Yeah.
So this match was kind of short as well. Pretty much this match was Dominic getting his ass kicked by Cody, and then Dominic kept trying to run away. He tried to run up the entrance ramp, and he tried to run through the crowd, and Cody kept bringing him back. Dominic tried to do the Three Amigos, but Cody countered it. And like every time that Cody, also when he came out, got a huge ovation. Like Cody Rhodes is the fucking man right now. But so every time Dominic would get offense, like the people would boo so bad, and then for some reason, when Cody Rhodes would counter or start getting offense, like the whole crowd would start singing, and they'd be like, "Whoa, Cody Rhodes!" They did it every single time that Cody got some offense, and bro, the crowd was great on this show. But so Rhea Ripley tried to get involved, but in the end, Dominic went for 619. Cody countered it. Then he hit a Crossroads 1-2-3. Cody Rhodes beats Dominic Mysterio. And I don't know where this goes from here. People were saying Cody's going to face Brock again at SummerSlam. I don't know, because Brock wasn't on this show. So
Yeah.
I guess Brock couldn't be bothered to fly to the UK. But yeah, so that was that. Besides everybody talking about fucking how hot Rhea Ripley was. Um, so then out of nowhere, we're just sitting here, right? And we're thinking, oh, it's just gonna go to the next match, whatever. Then out of nowhere, John Cena's theme song hits, and we're like, what the fuck? It was just so random, and John Cena comes out. It's the first time he's been there since he lost to Theory at Mania. And John Cena came out, huge fucking pop, huge ovation. John Cena is looking good besides the bald spot, obviously. Apparently he's filming a movie in London, so I guess that's why he was there. But
Yeah.
John Cena starts cutting this promo about how great the London crowd is and how awesome they are and how the people in the back need to realize that the London crowd deserves respect and that they need to do more shows in London, because apparently this was the first pay-per-view they did in London in over 20 years, I think he said. I don't know what
I
the
think
last
so,
one
yeah.
was, but
Probably Insurrection.
oh god, I remember Insurrection, Jesus Christ. But and John Cena was cutting this passionate promo. He always is very, very good on his promos, and was getting the crowd all amped up and saying that he wants to bring WrestleMania to London, and the crowd was fucking deafeningly loud for that, and getting the crowd all excited. And then he was like, "Why am I here?" And he's like, "Because I want to let you know that you've all earned my respect," and all that shit. And then all of a sudden fucking Grayson Waller comes out and he gets booed out of the building, and he's sitting here trying to cut this promo on John Cena, and the whole time Grayson Waller was just trying to do his promo, the crowd was just like, shut the fuck up, and it was like loud too. And so it was like hard to hear Grayson Waller at some points because they're just like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, because nobody cares about Grayson Waller. I don't understand who likes this motherfucker. Like, who?
And then
Man.
so he comes out talking about how he has respect for John Cena and has watched him his whole career and shit, and was saying that he wanted to make him an offering, and that he doesn't think London deserves to have a WrestleMania, and it should be somewhere that has better weather. And he's like, I know a place that's beautiful, has beautiful weather, and he was like, we should have WrestleMania in Australia, and they booed the hell out of him. And then he said one line. He said, "We could call it WrestleMania Australia." And then he started yelling into the mic. He was like, "Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!" And fucking Austin was just telling him to shut the fuck up. And then Grayson Waller was like, he was like, John, I can offer you a viral moment. And he was like, if anyone knows anything about being viral, it's Grayson Waller.
Because
And
that makes sense.
and so he basically said he wants to do WrestleMania in Australia, and he wants to do a WrestleMania edition of the Great Grayson Waller effect, and he wants his guest to be John Cena. And he's like, "What do you think about that?" And John Cena is like, "Let me get this straight. You want me to fly all the way to Australia to do the Grayson Waller effect just to get a rub from you?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying." And John Cena was like, "I'm gonna pass on that one." And fucking, he tried to walk out, and Grayson Waller stopped him. And um, fuck, I'm trying to remember what he said.
Basically, what happened was Grayson Waller's trying to say no, no, nobody says no to Grayson Waller,
Oh
and
yeah,
then fucking John Cena pops the crowd again by saying he just wanted to have fun and let everybody know that WrestleMania should be in London, and then Grayson Waller attacks him.
yeah. And then he fucking starts beating up John Cena, and the crowd's booing the shit out of Grayson Waller. And then out of nowhere, John Cena fucking picks up Grayson Waller and AA's him, and fucking then his theme started playing, and John Cena walked out, and that was pretty much that segment. It was
Yeah,
nice getting to see John Cena again. It's always nice to see John Cena come back.
yeah, it was nice.
What's after that? Okay, so this was probably my favorite moment of the night, and Austin knows exactly why. So, up next was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It was Io Sky versus Bayley versus Zoe Stark versus Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch versus Zelina Vega. Now, first of all, I want to say fuck you to all those people on Twitter earlier today that were saying, "Oh, I'm hearing rumors that they're going to take Zelina Vega out of the match and put Charlotte in, and Charlotte's going to go fuck yourself. Go fucking fuck yourself, bro. Fucking especially you, I Beast. Because he's the fucking main one that was saying it. Fuck you. Nobody fucking likes you, bro.
I think Ibis is a child.
Fuck him. Bro, he literally just says the dumbest things on Twitter, and then when he gets backlash, he just deletes all of his tweets. Like
I
he
know. Yeah,
told,
there's a whole account that says Ibis deleted tweets.
yeah,
Let's actually see. Let me see if the account's still going.
yeah, fuck IBeast,
Ibis
bro.
delete. Oh, it's still going. um, the last one was from June 22nd. Oh.
What?
He fucking he retweeted the fucking Titanic submarine thing, and he said, "Why is everybody talking about this? Didn't the Titanic get wrecked 100 years ago?"
Oh my god, bro. What a dumbass.
Oh my god. What the fuck is this, Ibis? Me versus you in a masturbation tournament. What the fuck, Ibis?
Yeah, he tweets some fucking weird ass shit, bro.
I this is relevant to Cena. I wonder how Cena wipes and washes his ass. His hands are big as hell.
Jesus
Why?
Christ. I don't know. Yeah, so before I get to this match, I want to say they played this fucking promo for some reason, and it had fucking Alundra Blaze in it, and I was like, why? And they show what she looks like now. My God, the years have not been good to her. Jesus Christ, bro. I was saying, like, she looks like a fucking raisin. She looks like fucking, she looks like the fucking old lady from SpongeBob that was like, what did he say?
Her
Uh,
skin kind of looks like when you peel an onion,
Yeah,
honestly.
the other one I said was her fucking face looks like when you like put your hands in water for too long and your fingers start getting all wrinkled. That's what her face looked like. Fucking
Jesus.
she, I don't know what happened to her, man. She looks terrible.
This is what Triple H had to say in relation to LA Knight not winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. Good things come to those who wait. That's the
Oh,
same thing he said
Jesus.
about Cody.
Jesus Christ. Well, fucking, I guess I actually get to the match now. So, first of all, I want to point this out because I want to talk about Samantha Irvin real quick. Um, I don't understand what happened here, but so Bailey came out first, right? And all of a sudden, so she's coming out, and Samantha Irvin goes to do the introduction, and for some reason, she fucked this up so bad. She said, she said, representing the Judgment Day, Bailey. And I was like, bro, she actually just messed that up so fucking bad. Like, how do you get the Judgment Day confused with Damage Control? Like, I don't understand. Or she said it with her chest too. Like, oh my god. And then fucking Io Sky came out right after, and she actually got it right that time. They were both wearing like this like bluish green gear. And then then Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus came out together. Zoe Stark was wearing like this red and green gear, and Trish was wearing like this black gear. Uh, did you notice they changed Trish Stratus's theme song slightly?
What did they change it to?
Because so you know how the song before would be like her laughing and then her going oh, and then it starts playing her theme.
Yeah.
So now it's her laughing, but before it does the oh and then getting into her theme song, it, it goes, I don't care what y'all say.
You.
Yeah. Oh, let me see if I can fucking find it. Oh my god. It's so random. Trish Stratus theme 2023. Let's see if it comes up. Is this the one? Oh, hold on. That's an arena effect. Let me try this one. Okay, that's not the right one. Where the fuck is it? Am I gonna have to do the arena effect one? Yeah, I am. Okay, fuck. I'm just gonna play the arena effect one. So this is what her theme sounds like right now.
You,
I don't know why they.
man.
I don't know why they added that in. So I don't care what y'all say. So fucking
Jesus.
random. But so the match itself, it wasn't as good as the men's Money in the Bank match. Uh, oh yeah, almost forgot. Fucking after that, fucking Zelina Vega came out, and then fucking the last person to come out was Becky Lynch. Zelina was wearing like this purple LWO gear, and she had pink and purple hair. And
Oh,
then
Devon.
what?
People are saying that Triple H looks like Walter White now.
Oh no! If he puts on glasses, probably.
Let me show you the picture. I sent it to you.
Oh my god! Now I have to put that in the thumbnail.
Let me make a Heisenberg version of Triple H real quick.
So then Becky Lynch was the last one to come out, and she was wearing like this green and yellow gear. Apparently, it was a reference to Rogue from the X-Men. Which fucking Becky looked fucking hot in it. I'm not even gonna lie. And so, but the match itself, Zoe and Trish started brawling with Becky on stage, and then Bailey and Io were teaming up on Zelina. Um, Zelina was kind of the underdog in this match. They kept making it seem like she was gonna pull the upset and get it, but she didn't. Uh, Zoe and Trish pretty much were teaming up on Becky the entire match. And then they got into it with damage control a little bit. Uh, but we seen fucking there was one spot where Bailey and Io were setting up the ladder, and then they both went to climb it, and they looked at each other, and they were trying to move the ladder and try to take it from each other. Um, then fucking on the outside, fucking all of a sudden Zoe Stark just gets this random ass pair of handcuffs and tries to handcuff Becky Lynch to the ring post, and Becky counters it and fucking throws both of them into the fucking barricade. And at this point, there's a ladder set up between the announce table and the ring, so Becky and Trish are up on the announce table, and fucking Becky hits a manhandle slam on Trish on the fucking ladder. That's probably the fucking biggest bump Trish has taken in a long time. Um, and then Trish was pretty much done in the match after that. Uh, there was one spot where Trish and Zelina were on the ladder, and Zelina used Trish as like a bridge to get to the briefcase. Um, but after that, fucking all the women kept trying to get the briefcase and pulling each other down and all this shit. And then at the end of the match, it came down to Bailey, Io Sky, and Becky. And uh, so Becky still had one of the handcuffs on, and the other wasn't like connected yet. So her and Bailey were trying to climb the ladder, and all of a sudden, Io Sky comes out of nowhere and handcuffs Becky Lynch to Bailey, and Bailey was looking at her like, "What the hell are you doing?" And Io starts laughing, and then the crowd fucking popped loud for Io, uh, and so then Io's fucking laughing at him. Basically, like she handcuffed both of their arms like through the ladder so they couldn't move, and then Io went on Bailey's side and like climbed over top of Bailey and sat on top of the ladder and pulled the briefcase down. And Io Sky is the women's Money in the Bank winner. Let's fucking go! I'm so fucking happy. Let's fucking go. She was my pick
Well,
to win this.
I sent he who made that decision.
God fucking damn it! I unplugged my phone charger. I didn't mean to. Let me plug my phone charger back in. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm about to look at it. Fucking would open. Ew! But, yeah, so Io Sky is the women's Money in the Bank winner. What did you think about the match, Austin?
It was alright. I mean, to be completely fair, it was kind of eh. Uh, Like, it was good, but, like, it wasn't as good as the men's one, I would say. But
Yeah.
Io Sky winning was good.
Yeah, we're all pretty much in agreement that, like, Becky didn't need to win it because she's already had enough fucking titles and shit. And fucking Bailey didn't need to win it because she already won Money in the Bank before. Trish doesn't really need to win it. And Zoe Stark just came up, so she's not ready for that yet. And the only two people realistically that had a chance to win it was Io and Zelina. And fucking they tried to do like this underdog thing with Zelina because multiple times in the match they made it seem like she was gonna do it and get the upset win, but she didn't do it. And in the end, Io Sky won, and I'm fucking happy about that. So I don't know when Io's gonna cash in. I'm assuming that it's just gonna cause more turmoil with Bailey until they eventually break up. Um,
Yeah.
I don't. I know they're planning to do Asuka versus Bianca versus Charlotte at SummerSlam, so I don't know if maybe Io would cash in there. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But nevertheless, I'm fucking so happy that Io won. She deserves it. Um.
Yeah, fucking Devon was bricked up.
Mhm. You could say I was as hard as Austin was when Ronda Rousey came out.
No, 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 no. No. Fuck that politicking cunt.
But
Now, when Liv Morgan came out, another story.
so after that, there was only 2 matches left. So the second to last match was Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Judgment Day leader Finn Balor. And basically, the whole build for this match that they've been doing is Seth saying like, "Oh, this Finn Balor sucks now. You're just a joke now. Like, what happened to the Finn Balor from 7 years ago?" And he's talking about like when Finn Balor beat him for the Universal title at SummerSlam 2016, which actually was the first when they introduced the Universal title. So the Universal title is fucking almost 7 years old.
Don't make me feel old. Alright?
But um, so like this whole thing, he's like, "Oh, where's that Finn Balor? Where's that Finn Balor?" And like so like Finn, the whole buildup is like Finn trying to be that Finn Balor again, but he was kind of just the same old Judgment Day Finn Balor. Um, so
Yeah.
so he came out first, and then Seth came out. Seth got a huge ovation. Uh, the crowd was singing. Seth was wearing like this gold gear. Uh, and like before the match even started for like a solid 5 minutes, the crowd was just like the entire crowd was just going oh whoa for a good 5 minutes, and Finn Balor had this look on his face of like really dude, but yeah, so Seth was super fucking over. Then the actual match itself was alright. It was kind of like after everything on this show so far, our energy was kind of starting to go. So, uh, but
Mine was gone, man.
for what this match was, it was pretty good. Seth and Finn had a good back and forth. I believe this is the first time they've had a one-on-one match since SummerSlam 2016. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So, uh, I want you to talk about this part because this is when I went to take my dog outside. So, and Damian Priest showed up. So, what happened with that? Because I didn't see that.
Legitimately, they were just fighting, and then Damian Priest randomly showed up, and I was just like, okay, well, don't even tease this. Why are we teasing this? Like, why? Um, because they've been doing that for a couple years now, where they've been having them cash in the day
Yeah,
of, and they win it. It's been good before, but like, could whole ease up on it, like,
yeah.
but. Nonetheless, he came out there and he just like taunting Rollins, and then he went down and sat down pretty much. That's basically what it was. It wasn't much.
Yeah, because when I came back, I saw Damian Priest, and then Finn went to the top to do the coup de grace, and Damian Priest like distracted him, and he missed the coup de grace, and then got curb stomped. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins retains the world championship, and then after the match, fucking Finn Balor and Damian Priest start getting in this argument, and apparently, uh, a couple weeks ago on Raw or something, Damian Priest was having a match, and like Finn Balor screwed him out of the match or whatever, and now Damian Priest was returning the favor or whatever, and they start getting into it. They start shoving each other and yelling at each other, and then it pans to because Finn was like, "Oh," he said, "You think you can interrupt my match just because you have that?" And he pointed at the Money in the Bank, and he was like, "I waited 7 years for this title match." Or whatever, and he's like, and you want to come mess that up or whatever. They start getting into it, and then it cuts back to Seth Rollins as he's walking up the ramp, and that was pretty much that. So I'm assuming at some point Finn and Damian Priest are going to turn on each other.
Yeah.
Uh, but also I am curious. who Damian Priest is going to end up cashing in on, because he cut a promo where Kayla Braxton was interviewing him and was asking him like what's his plans for Money in the Bank, and he was like, "Oh, I could cash it in on the Intercontinental Champion or the United States Champion, or I could even go become the World Heavyweight Champion or the Universal Champion." So I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. I hope they don't do what they did with Austin Theory and have him fucking cash in on the fucking US title. I really hope they don't. Like, if they really have given this opportunity to Damian Priest, like, the guy has proved, especially with that match he had at Backlash with Bad Bunny and all the stuff he's done with Judgment Day and all that shit, he has proved that he can be that guy. So now they just need to build him up to cash in to become that guy. But
Yeah.
I do hope that whenever he does cash in, that he becomes world champion, because I feel like Damian Priest could be a pretty badass world champion if they do it right.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much that. And now we move on to the main event of Money in the Bank, which was the Bloodline Civil War of the Usos versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Before we got to the match, they did this interview with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the tag champions, and Kevin was saying how great the London crowd was, and then Sammy was saying that the match was kind of personal for him and that he's excited to see Roman Reigns get what's coming to him, and that was pretty much that. And then the Usos came out, got a huge ovation. The crowd was fucking singing their whole theme song. But the Usos came out, and then Roman and Solo come out. Their entrance took fucking forever, bro. But
Yeah.
nevertheless, we get this tag team match. Starts off with Solo and Jimmy Uso. Solo was dominating at first, and then Jay and Roman get tagged in. They start getting into it because Jay Uso considers himself the tribal chief now. Main event Jay Uso. Fucking, they had a promo on SmackDown where the Usos said that they think Solo can be the next tribal chief, and Roman laughed, and Solo looked pissed at Roman, and they're just like planting all these different seeds for things that are going to happen with this storyline. And so in the match, like, so there was one time where like Solo was gonna wrestle one of the Usos, I forget which one, and Roman was like yelling at him, and he told him to stop, and he's like tag me in and get out now, and fucking Solo like got in Roman's face and shit, and there was like a lot of tension. So I think Solo's gonna end up turning on Roman eventually as well.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, it was a very, very, very good tag team match. Um, at the beginning, they were trying to isolate Jimmy from tagging in Jay, and then Jimmy finally got the tag to Jay. Jay came in, burst the energy, fucking taking down Solo and Roman, and excuse me. Then you had your typical stuff they do in Roman matches where, like, one of the Usos would go to do something to Roman, but Solo would try to help him, and Solo would keep attacking him or keep pulling him off the apron or whatever. And then fucking there's a couple times where the Usos had Roman down and Solo made the save. Then fucking probably the funniest thing that happened in the match was they did a spot where the referee got taken out, right? So the referee gets knocked down into the ropes. And I guess when he got knocked into the ropes, like the the middle rope like nut shotted him.
Oh God.
Because as soon as he got into the ropes, he was like, Like you could hear him yell. He's like, ah, and fucking he started like holding his crotch and he like fell to the ground.
Somebody clip that noise that Devon just made.
Fucking that's what he fucking did, and he was like down on the outside just holding his crotch. And then when he tried to get back in, like he couldn't even stand up because he was for real hurting.
Oh man.
And fucking and then there was one part where Roman, I believe, went to just do something to Jay, and Jay low blowed him, and fucking Roman was acting like he was crying, and Jay started laughing at him. Uh, the Usos were talking a lot of trash during the match, and then there was one spot where Solo put Jimmy Uso on the announce table, and he climbed up on the barricade and went to do a dive, and Jimmy moved, and Solo went through the announce table. Um, and then the Usos start double teaming Roman Reigns, double super kicks, and I think they even hit him with a 1D at one point, and then fucking but Solo gets involved, and it's just a lot of back and forth. It's very good. Even Paul Heyman was doing storytelling because at one point in the match, like Roman was like frustrated, and Paul Heyman was talking to him, and he was like, do you want your children sitting at their table? And he's like, because that's what they want. They want to be the tribal chief. They want to take everything you have. And Roman, he was trying to pump him up. And then uh, there was a spot where the Usos hit a double spear on Roman. Roman was hitting Superman punches, and then the Usos kept kicking out because they did this one spot where Solo grabbed, I believe it was Jay Uso, I want to say, or
Yeah.
it was one of the Usos, and so he grabbed him, and Roman speared him, and as Roman speared him, he also Solo hit a Samoan spike, and whichever Uso it was ended up kicking out, and Roman couldn't believe it, and Solo looked
Well,
fucking
they both
frustrated.
kicked out because
Oh yeah,
they
because
did
he
like a
stacked
stack
him.
'em thing.
Yeah, he tried
Yeah.
to stack him like he did the Daniel Bryan and Edge, and they both kicked
Yeah.
out. And then there was another spot where Jey Uso, uh, oh, there was one where fucking Jimmy was in the guillotine, and somehow Jimmy was like able to stand up and actually pick Roman up and shit, which was impressive. Um, excuse me. And then there was one spot where Jay uh, and Roman were going back and forth because like Jay would super kick him, and then Roman would hit the the Superman punch, and then Jay super kicked him again, and then Roman hit a spear, and then Jay still kicked out, and Roman couldn't believe it, and then the way the match ended was the Usos double super kick Roman, uh, then fucking Solo tries to get in the ring. They super kick Solo and then go up top. Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. The Usos defeat Roman and Solo, and Roman Reigns has finally been pinned. This
Which
is.
I got some background on that pin.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that was the same way that Roman got pinned the first time ever using the Shield.
Really?
So yeah, I sent it to you earlier.
You know what's also crazy? I'm pretty sure that like 10 years ago, Roman faced the Usos at Money in the Bank as well. I think.
Jesus.
Because they did like the Shield versus the Usos or something back in like 2013, and which is that's crazy as well. But yeah, so this is the first time that Roman has been pinned since 2019. He has never been pinned since then, and he finally got pinned by, I want to say, was it Jey Uso that pinned him?
It was Jey Uso, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so Austin was saying that he thinks it's going to be Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, because pinning Roman, that's a whole deal.
Yeah. So now Roman doesn't really have the the aura of, he still has an aura, but he doesn't have the aura of like not being pinned anymore. So which I think weakens Roman Reigns. Not in like, not in a way I'm trying to say, oh, Roman's buried now. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm saying like they're starting to do like this downfall of Roman where fucking Sammy turned on him. They lost the tag team titles. The Usos turned on him, and I think things like this are going to keep happening for Roman until he has like nobody, and then that's when he's going to lose the championships. So I think this is a whole thing they're doing where things are going to continuing happening like that for Roman to where now he got pinned for the first time since 2019. So, and but yeah, so the Usos won, which I did not think they were going to win, but they did. And
Yeah.
um, show went off the air with the Usos celebrating, huge ovation from the crowd as well. And yeah, that was Money in the Bank 2023. And so next we have SummerSlam to look forward to in August, I believe, right? Is it August?
Yes.
So we have SummerSlam in August, which is going to be in Detroit. And then we are going to have, I believe the next pay-per-view after that, they said, is we're going to get the return of Payback in September. It's been a while since we had Payback.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say they kept showing promotions for SummerSlam that were cursed because it has like this Fast and Furious type vibe to it where like all these wrestlers are like in cars and shit. It's so cursed, and they showed it multiple times. The only things I liked about it was they have a nice Rhea Ripley ass shot in it, and then there's like this shot of fucking Becky Lynch looking really hot. But besides that, it's like very cursed because there's like Cody Rhodes driving a car and shit. it's it's so
And
cursed.
Ricochet is in front of a car and he looks like
Yeah,
Vin Diesel.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh man. But yeah. So now that Money in the Bank is out of the way, now there's a lot more questions of who is Damian Priest going to cash in on and when is he going to do it. Same thing with Io Sky. What's going to happen with Judgment Day? What's going to happen with Damage Control? What's going to happen with fucking Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar? What the hell is going to happen with the fucking Bloodline now? So many questions. Uh, I guess also another one is fucking who the fuck Seth Rollins is going to face next as well. And fucking what they're gonna do with the fucking women's tag titles, because
And
even though they took it off Ronda and Shayna, like they're still not good. So
the most important question: what fire ass gear is Liv Morgan gonna wear next?
I don't know if they defend the titles at SummerSlam, she'll probably pull out another gear for SummerSlam. If you remember the one last year where she had the zipper down the crotch, if you remember that one.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
But god damn it. Now I'm thinking about SummerSlam last year. Now I'm thinking of when you were going on that Ronda Rousey rant, and you're like, "I want to go home."
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. Well, that was your Money in the Bank 2023 review. Excited for what's happening next. I do want to announce here that since we made the bet at Double or Nothing, that it is happening. We are on Saturday, July 15th. Me and Austin are going to be watching Impact Slammiversary. So we are going to be doing a
Show's,
review of that.
show's
So
gonna be cursed, man.
yeah, we have such things to look forward to as Alex Shelley versus Nick Aldis for the Impact World title, and fucking Deonna Purrazzo versus Trinity for the Knockouts title. So
It's gonna be so bad.
yeah, so that will be coming uh, sometime after July 15th, and then also we'll be covering SummerSlam again as well. So look forward to those. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching Money in the Bank. Oh yeah, real quick, I do want to ask you, Austin, do you think
Mm.
that this year's Money in the Bank was better than last year's?
Trying to think of who Roman faced last year.
Fucking last year's when Liv Morgan cashed in on Ronda and won, and Austin Theory won.
It's so fucking hard because that's when Ronda lost the title.
Hmm.
But also, like, the Bloodline Civil War was isn't on this one.
Yeah.
Uh, fucking Ronda lost the title twice 2 years in a row. Let's
Yeah.
just say this one was good. Yeah,
Not
this one
only
was
did
good.
she lose the title twice 2 years in a row, she lost it twice 2 years in a row to Liv Morgan.
Yeah, fuck Ronda Rousey. No, Liv Morgan is her kryptonite.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's the only person that has beaten Ronda Rousey like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would say for me, I definitely enjoyed this more than I did last year for Money in the Bank. Mostly because I watched it by myself last year, and also I had to work on that day too, so I missed a little bit of it. But also, I just think overall the crowd was so much better, and fucking I hope they do more shows in London as well as obviously the Bloodline shit. And just me personally with fucking EOS guy winning and all that, but um, yeah, overall, uh, if I had to rate this show out of a 10, I would give this a solid. I'd say a solid like 8.5 out of 10. I would
Yeah,
say.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So, but yeah, so that's gonna do it for this review, guys. Thank you for watching. This was the Money in the Bank 2023 review, and we'll be back for Slammiversary. So we'll see you there.
Ugh.